ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe.
It is just very, very, very sick. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Thanos Build-A-Figure Wave Hellcat. If you're trying to pre-order this wave, you can't do it.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Now the running change of this figure is the Spider-Woman, and they come with the same Build-A-Figure parts, the left arm and the head of Thanos. Would have been cool if they had different head sculpts going with each of those figures, right? But anyway, on the side you can see a very sexy looking Spider-Woman, and then on the back you can see both figures. And the read-up says, "Fierce fighters, fierce combat skills are unleashed when these heroes spring into action." And you can see the other figures from the wave right over there. And then there's a picture of Hellcat looking very cool. All right, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Hellcat out of the packaging. I must say, this is probably my least favorite figure from this wave. I'm not really having a lot of fun posing her. That's as good of a pose I can get that figure in. It's very difficult to pose. She uses a lot of remolded parts or reused parts from the Elektra figure. The hair is very, very stiff, so it restricts a lot of posability. And then there's a bunch of other things that I'm just not really too happy about with this figure. Now, aside from the Thanos Build-A-Figure parts, we do get this accessory over here, which is the same thing that we got with Daredevil. So these batons right here, which I still really like, still very soft. They do connect right there in the middle, so you can make, one longer stick. From my understanding, Hellcat doesn't use any other weapons aside from her suit. So yeah, this is kind of useless, unless you want to give it to Daredevil, which is kind of neat. I guess you could give him black batons. I guess that looks okay. It's not bad, even though I prefer the white batons, which are more comic accurate, and which make more sense too, so that when he's fighting crime, he can see them better. So here's looking at the head sculpt of Hellcat, which is actually one of the better parts of the figure. I mentioned it's not my favorite figure from the wave, but I really do like the head sculpt. I think the paint came out really clean, especially with that light blue and black over there. She has this really cool hair, which is sculpted very nicely. You can see that head mask over there has a couple of seams on the back. The ears look pretty good. You do get a little bit of a scuff right there on that eyebrow, but really I like the mouth, the flesh color, and the face on this figure very much. I love the sculpt for this hair. I think they did a great job with it. This is just one solid piece of orange plastic over here, but with the right kind of lighting, it looks like there's a shadowing effect. See, when I look at it from the side, you can see it's all just one color, but when I go like that, it looks like there's different colors of orange over here, which is really neat. Now looking at the rest of this figure, it's mostly all just yellow over here. We get this nice metallic navy blue color, which I really do like, and I like that we get some shadowing effect too. It's kind of hard to see, but on the inside of the arm over there, you can see it's a darker yellowish orange color, as opposed to this side of the arm right there. It's much brighter, so at least we get that. We do get these reused Elektra body parts right over here, so you get the arms, upper torso is the same. We should get that nice big Hellcat booty. We get this navy blue sash right here. Looking closer at the forearm over here, you can see that metallic look, and I wish they had a little bit of a stronger line right over there. And these are the same hands that we had gotten on the Black Cat figure. Still looking pretty cool. I like the nails. Again, it's hard to see the shadowing effect, but it's there, and then this is the weakest looking part of the figure. You could really see they needed another coat of yellow over this blue plastic. That's not coming through very well, so that looks a little sketchy. Again, these figures haven't hit retail yet. Then the bottom part of the legs look pretty cool. Could have gone with the toes. I wish they had given us some, a toed Hellcat, but I can understand why they would go this way too. Artists draw her with the toes. They also draw her without the toes, so it doesn't really matter. And of course, she has the peg holes at the bottom of her feet. Not a big fan of the articulation on this figure. She cannot look up, which is a bit frustrating. She can look down quite a bit though. She can look left and right, but it gets kind of weird because of this really thick hair piece over here, so you can see that's a little strange moving that way. Moving over here, she can move, but I really wish they used a pliable material right here for this hair piece. Anyway, the shoulders move outward, they move forward. She bends at the elbow at about 90 degrees, rotates side to side. She has a swivel at the wrist, and then she has a hinge that moves side to side like a roll of the dice kind of motion, where I really wish she had an up and down hinge on these claws. It makes it very difficult for posing for me. She does have a diaphragm joint that rotates side to side. You get some pivot, crunches forward, crunches back just a little bit over there. She does have the hip joints that move out quite a bit. She can kick forward a bunch, moves back only a little bit, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees that don't bend in all the way, and then she has ankles that move down, up, and of course the ankle pivot. So Hellcat stands a little bit over 6 inches tall. Then here's Hellcat compared to the Marvel Legends Black Cat and the Marvel Legends Tigra. Funny thing I noticed is the Tigra figure actually does have a shadowing effect in the hair paint over here as opposed to this one. Then here she is compared to the other figures from the wave that I already reviewed, and here she is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So I went ahead and applied applied some heat to the figure from a hair dryer, and then after it was hot enough, I was able to bend this hair around and then put some cold water on it to get it to stay, and it's holding up pretty nicely. So now I have the hair tilted upward and I can get her looking up. She does have a disc hinge joint in there, which is working out nicely. So that's helping the figure quite a bit. I recommend you try doing that if you already have this figure. And even though this is not my favorite figure from the wave, it's not an absolute terrible figure. I'm glad that they gave us a new character over here. It's just overall, I'm not a big fan of the figure. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my review. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right over there, and check out my last two videos over here. And do not forget to go to marvelousnews.com for the latest in Marvel-related news and a photo gallery from this review. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
Wish they'd gone with the version where her